Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner meet in a final for the first time this season, facing off in a winner-takes-all battle this Sunday at the Monte Carlo Masters. The victor will not only claim one of the most prestigious titles on the men's tour but will also ascend to the world #1 spot on Monday. Match news and form. Carlos Alcaraz has enjoyed a largely untroubled run to the Monte Carlo final this week, in stark contrast to last year's campaign, where he repeatedly had to come from a set down, including in the final against Lorenzo Musetti. This time, he has been in control throughout, dropping just one set against Tomás Martín Echeverry. In his other matches, he has been dominant, not conceding more than 4 games in any of the remaining sets. The Spaniard's flying start to the season stalled in recent weeks with a semi-final loss at Indian Wells and an early exit in Miami. He now has a strong opportunity to bounce back in a high-stakes final against Jannik Sinner, a player he has historically controlled well. A win here would significantly restore his momentum and confidence after the recent dip, while also securing his position at the top of the ATP rankings. After facing Alcaraz 6 times in 2025, Jannik Sinner had avoided him in official matches during the early months of 2026, something he likely did not mind given their recent dynamic. Alcaraz has consistently disrupted Sinner's momentum and created doubts, including an exhibition loss earlier this year that contributed to his slow start. Sinner rebuilt strongly with back-to-back titles at Indian Wells and Miami, but now faces the same challenge again. It is up to him to find a solution against a rival who has repeatedly halted his progress. This has been a mentally difficult matchup for Sinner, but he arrives well prepared after a dominant semi-final win over Alexander Zverev, 6-1, 6-4 in just over an hour. That performance ensures he comes into the final fresh and full of confidence. It is already his best result in Monte Carlo, and he now targets 3 major goals on Sunday. Sinner will aim to win his maiden title here, strike first against Alcaraz this season, and reclaim the world #1 ranking. Head-to-head. Alcaraz leads 10-6 on the main tour, 12-8 across all levels. A clear pattern has emerged where Sinner dominates most of the tour, but Alcaraz often has the edge when they meet. The Spaniard has also won 4 of their 5 clay encounters. That includes a memorable 5-set victory in the French Open final last year. Stats and facts. Alcaraz has won 26 of his last 27 clay matches. He holds an 8-1 record in the Masters finals. His only Masters final loss came in Cincinnati 2023 after letting a strong lead slip against Novak Djokovic. Sinner is on a 21-match winning streak at the Masters events, winning Paris, Indian Wells, and Miami. The Italian is chasing his first Masters title on clay, having lost his only previous final on the surface to Alcaraz in Rome last year. Betting analysis. Alcaraz remains the benchmark on clay with the stronger pedigree and resume. Still, Sinner has already shown he can match him on this surface, notably with a dominant performance at the French Open last year, where he had chances to win in straight sets and lost a 5-set battle. Considering Sinner's current form, his consistency in this Monte Carlo campaign, and his ongoing dominance at the Masters level, he presents strong value as the underdog. While recent meetings have often been one-sided, this matchup looks poised to break that trend, with a high-quality, closely fought contest likely to go the distance. Alcaraz in 2026. Best results: Doha, Australian Open title. Best results on clay, first tournament. Record: 21-2. Record in the last 10 matches: 8-2. Record on clay: 4-0. Record against top 10: 3-0. Career 55-24. Record in ATP Masters 1000 finals: 0-0. Career 8-1. Record in finals: 2-0. Career 26-8. Grand Slams, Australian Open title. Alcaraz at the Rolex Monte Carlo Masters. Career record 9-1. Best result, title, 2025. Last year's result, title. Record in finals, 1-0. Preparation none. Road to the final. By Baez 6-1, 6-3, Echeverry 6-1, 4-6, 6-3, 8, Bublik 6-3, 6-0, Vacherot, 6-4, 6-4. Sinner in 2026. Best results, Miami, Indian Wells title. Best results on clay, first tournament. Record, 23-2. Record in the last 10 matches, 10-0. Record on clay, 4-0. Record against top 10, 5-1, career 64-37. Record in ATP Masters 1000 finals, 2-0, career 7-4. Record in finals, 2-0, career 26-9. Grand Slams, Australian Open, semi-finals. Sinner at the Rolex Monte Carlo Masters. Career record 14-4. Best result, final, 2026. Last year's result, did not play. Record in finals 0-0. Preparation none. Road to the final. By Humbert 6-3, 6-0, Macaque 6-1, 6-7, 6-3, 6, Auger-Aliassime 6-3, 6-4, 3, Zverev 6-1, 6-4.